All right, Ashish and Dimple, we are live with the session. So
Okay.
let me introduce that to the job seekers.
Sure.
Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you for joining the session. I hope everyone is doing good and safe out there. So I'm glad to introduce today's company for the pre-talk session, that is AssessHub, whose HR managers are today present with us, that is Mr. Ashish Shah and Ms. Dimple with us. So they will be briefing us about the company today and the job openings and the whereabouts of the requirements. Also, I will request every job seeker to attend the session actively, and if they want to ask any questions, they can write down for the while when the pre-talk session is going on. They can ask their queries and questions after the pre-talk session is over through the comment section. Okay, so all the questions will be entertained after the pre-talk session and the presentation is over. Okay, so without wasting much time, I would like to hand over to Ms. Dimple and Ashish to continue with the presentation. So over to you, Ms. Dimple and Ashish, please.
Thank you, Sonali. Thank you so much for introducing us. And hello, everyone. We assess Hub. I'm Dimple Manchuramani. I am heading pre-sales, and Ashish, who is heading sales in Assess Hub. So we are basically a talent assessment platform which helps companies in improving the talent quality within the organization, and also at the same time we are like helping in developing and retaining their existing talent. So, it actually starts with we are able to predict the performance of the candidate even before any hiring decision is made. So here, the crux is assessments. We are the assessment platform, and this is what assessment here is the science which we use behind the assessment.
Yeah. So, Dimple, should I please let me know,
Yes, yes,
so then
yes.
I can move on to the next
Yes,
slide.
you can move on to the next slide and you
Sure,
take it forward from here.
sure. So, hello everyone. So, as Dimple mentioned, that we are a company who helps organizations in improving the talent quality of our clients, and assessment is the business in which we are into. So, we started our journey way back in 2014, and since then we have more than 100 plus customers. We have done over a million assessments. Our assessments are being used by companies across 5 countries, and we have ready to use tests or assessments for around 500 plus library. Now, as Dimple mentioned, that what is the unique to us is we help our clients to predict the future performance of a candidate even before they hire them, and that prediction ratio is around 75%. We have our offices in India, USA, Dubai, and as an assessment organization, so it is basically it comes under the behavioral science, to which we add a lot of analytical tools. We add machine learning as well as artificial intelligence to predict the future performance. And this assessment industry, it is growing almost at the 2x to 2.5x fold every year. And we are one of those companies who pioneered this entire assessment in this industry. So when I talk about 2015, 2016 when we started, so this was very pretty new concept. But fortunately, currently we are having clients who are right from say Fortune 500 to the startup. So what is the why do we exist in the first place? So the mission here is that we would like to help companies to measure the human potentials by continuously innovating it to make it easy, accurate, and outcome driven experience for everyone involved. And this is what we are into. This is what our mission is. Over to you,
Uh,
Dimple.
s- yes. So before I move on to our products, I would like to add that we are basically a SaaS-based platform. So here our products comprises of, I would say our offering is actually, gets used in the entire life cycle of the candidate, right from, when a person when enters into the organization, or they are at the time of their training, their development, or even at the time of the exit of the employee. So we are present in the entire life cycle of the candidate. So if I specifically talk about the assessments here, it starts with hiring assessments. Here, at the time of hiring, we are actually able to tell the fitment of the candidate for the particular role and level within the organization. So how fit is the candidate? So for that, we are doing the 360 analysis of the candidate, right from do evaluating their functional skills, so the skills which are required to or which are quite critical to perform that role, and then the soft skills which are required today. I think in every job it is required to communicate. Once we communicate, and then only the things are actually taken forward. So through soft skills we do the communication test for the candidates, and then we have a test called psychometric test, which actually which actually tells you about the behavior, or behavioral in general of the candidate, if the person will be culturally fit for the organization or no, if the person will have the competencies, or I would say the
Behavioral traits.
traits, yes, behavioral traits to do that particular kind of a job. Then comes to the aptitude test. So it is basically checking their logical bend of mind, behavior. So this is the holistic approach which we follow, and we do the hiring assessment. So here hiring can be of any type. Today in campuses also we are visiting more than 2 to 300 campuses every year, including the IITs or IIMs. So it's like we are also doing volume hiring. It's like at the same time, like 5,000 candidates are able to give the test. So that's the volume hiring which we are doing. Then we are doing it for gray collared people as well. So the people who are at the plant level, or people who are into the manufacturing. So we are doing assessments for those kind of people as well. Lateral hiring here for every position, like 2 year, like starting from 2 years to like leadership positions, we do have a different kind of assessments for that. And then when I talk about development assessments here, so development assessment is basically done to check where the employee actually exists, or the team member actually exists in the in the curve. Like today, if I am serving a particular position, so am I able to do what is actually required for that particular job, or do I have the skills to move up in the ladder or no? So to see the gaps in the performance, as well as if I'll be able to move up in the ladder. So like there are different kinds of tools which are being used. One amongst that is digital VATC, which is virtual assessment development centers, which is basically different kinds of tools are used to check their fitment for that particular role, or I would say to create the learning journey of an employee in the organization. Then like supposingly 1,000 people are working in the organization, amongst 1,000 only 100 people are there who are having the potential. So we also identify the high potentials amongst the entire audience. We are there into training need analysis, wherein we get like we tell the organization that these are the areas where the group of people are required to give training on. And then like we have different kinds of tools which has feedback 360, which is a survey kind of a tool. So the agenda of using all the tool is to just improve the talent quality. We want every organization, because today in this era, I would say every there are so many there is so good talent who are unemployed, and the companies who require talent and they are not getting talent. So we try and bridge the gap and map the right talent with the right company within the right role. So Ashish, you can take it from here.
Sure. So, guys, so what Dimple is talking about is, the assessments across, the every employee life cycle within the organization. So I just would like to share what an actual an assessment is. So assessment is nothing but it is a particular test. So how we have in our tests in exam, the exams question paper for a particular subject, we ask few questions, and if person clears, or scores, say for example 100 out of 100, so we say that the person knows the subject very well. And then there are various kind of scoring pattern, right, from say 10% marks to say for example higher distinction, first class, so those kind of marks which are given when we are giving the exams in a university. Similarly, in similar fashion, when companies they hire an individual, they go by the most common thing is the interview people. Now, what is interview? Interview is like checking. It is a basically a conversation in which the interviewer checks from a candidate whether the person is fit for a particular job role or not, fit for the organization as behaviorally or culturally or not. What we have done is we have added a science and the technology into it, and this is a layer which we have designed. In this, what happens, we have created a question paper for almost all kind of roles which exist on the planet, and these are the questions which are created by the doctorate, the people who are the what we say is the subject matter experts, those kind of people, the PhDs, and the so the doctorates and those kind of people. Now what do they do is they check, they create the question, and then we, after creating the question, what we look for a favorable or a, in our language what we call as a socially desirable answer. Once we have identified those questions and answers, then we go to the lot of people means it goes around 3000 to 5000 people, on which we validate these questions and answers. And here, now what do we validate? Validate matlab ke, if I am assessing, if I want to identify some quality in an individual, these are the set of questions which I have. If I ask this set of 5 question or 6 question, will the result be able to help me out? Okay, what are the quality I would like to check within an individual? Does that person really possesses a quality or not? This is what the entire assessment is. So we have done this entire part, and currently now we are having our own validated question, which is more than 5.5 lakh, and we use these questions in various different kind of tests. As Dimple said, that we have a psychometric test, we have aptitude test, we have communication test, we also have the functional test. So we have bucketed each and every question into multiple areas to which the companies they hire people, and we ask this kind of questions. And once, and then there is every question there is there are the answers, and then there are but obvious the passing marks in our language. In our language, in your language is a passing mark, in our language we call it as a cutoff score. So if the person gets their ranking or rating or marks above the cutoff score, then these are the people who are we can say that suitable for the job role. So whenever we are designing these tests, now we will use this terminology as an assessment. I believe you would have understood by now, that what this test about and what we are doing. So when we are designing an assessment, what we consider is three things at a larger aspect. A, whether the person has the right skills or not. Now to check that, we ask a lot of theoretical questions, skills related questions, those kind of things. Functional related question, for example, if somebody would like to apply for a job in a sales, somebody would like to apply for a job in a support, somebody would like to apply job in an HR or in accounts. So then we check those understanding of the subject within them, within the candidate, using our questionnaire. So this is the skills part. Second is the knowledge part. That again accounts. So we also recall that by calculation to barabar kar hai, lekin does that person knows what is debit, what is credit? If somebody is applying for the medical representation representative as a job role, does the person understand the diseases or the symptoms or in the chemical formulation of the medicines or not? So these are the knowledge. Third thing is the aptitude or an attitude. Sorry. So attitude is the behavioral aspect. As Dimple said, that we check a lot of behavioral traits or behavioral competencies. So, for example, whenever you read any job description, the job description mentions that person should be very good in relationship building. Person should be very good in team working, correct? So these are the very common thing which we read in the job description. Now what happens for us, these are the behavioral competencies, and we, with the help of our questionnaire, we check how good the person has those kind of behavioral competencies, and this is what actually we do. On the development assessment, Dimple used a one word a lot of time, which is a tool. So tools is nothing but it is an industry language. नक्शल के अंदर अपने normals are test है. There are different kind of tests, and those are known as an assessment or as a tool. So I believe that you would have understood by now that what we actually do and how we are doing. In case you have any question, any query, please write in the comment, and we'll be able to answer after our presentation is over.
Just one point I would like to add,
Yeah, Dimple.
to just give the nutshell to it. So it is basically company wants to know the candidate in a better way before they hire the candidate. So this is basically is allowing the company to know its the candidates better. So this assessment, this test will help them knowing them better. That's it.
Correct. And then there are a lot of nuances to it, a lot of deep understanding of it. So probably we will not cover that part currently. It is just to give you an overview about what we do as an organization, because you may have come across that this is something which you have never heard of, or this is something which is very unique we are doing. And yes, we are doing something very unique. And all over in India, when I talk about, there are only 5 to 6 companies which are very known in the market in the corporate world, and we are one of them. So that is what it is. Now, the thing is that while Dimple and I, we discussed about that we design various tests, and we assess or we check the employee candidate suitability for the job role. But the question is, how do we do it? So there are multiple methodologies, multiple technologies which we use. So there are two parts to it. One is designing a question paper, which helps us understand whether the person is right fit or not. Second is the technology platform which we use to deliver the assessment. Now, this entire intervention is online intervention. Okay, so A is like one of the tools or one of the technologies we use is a video evaluation, automated video evaluation, in which the person is speaking into the video. At the back end, what happens that my system checks an individual, the facial expression, what word I'm speaking, the positive, negative, and then it gives the ranking part or rating part to it. Second part is that it is the or let me do this thing, let me show you a live demo, how actually my technology works. Just a minute. And this is going to be very interesting for you. Okay, let me just close this so that my model opens. So this is the back end. Basically, here there is my image. You see, the model is very heavy, which is an artificial intelligence model. Now here you see there is a model which is on my screen. So then I am smiling, so it is giving me happy. I am just frowning, so it is going surprised. So those kind of facial expression which my system checks when the person is giving a video interview. At the same time, my system also understands what kind of context I am speaking. So hello guys, how are you? I'm so excited to meet you today. I'm so excited to showcase my very unique product, which is helping a lot of companies to hire or to identify the right people. It is such a wonderful journey. So here you saw that whatever I spoke, it got converted into text, and here there is a sentiment score, so which is positive score. So if, for example, I speak anything negative, so it will convert into negative score. And then this is the way we are helping organizations to select the right candidate using the technology. So this is one of the technology platform which we do as a video assessment. Second is that simulation or a simulator, automated simulator. Now here guys, what happens is that each and every scoring happens automatically, and we just get the recommendation part, whether the person is recommended or not recommended. So this is the marvel of the technology piece. Second is an automated simulator. So we have a lot of companies who are, who are employing people who are into customer service or customer support, who are basically part of their behind the phone kind of a team. Over the telephone, they are, excuse me, sorry. So over the telephone, they are, either selling something to the customer over the phone, or they are solving any customer query. So again, we have, the simulator, which is kind of a call center simulator, which puts the candidate into a real life scenario kind of phase, kind of system, and then evaluates the person's suitability, how the person performs in a job role. Third is, that we use a WhatsApp based artificial intelligence conversational chatbot, which interviews the candidates on behalf of HR. And this entire thing happens without any human or anyone from the company's HR, to conduct it. So everything happens, automated. And then there are MCQ based question and answer, where I have, a question or a scenario, and then there are multiple choices from which the candidate need to select the answer. And the way candidate selects the answer, that helps companies identify whether the person is the right fit or not. Over to you, Dimple.
So, yes, guys, when I talk about our team, I'm so excited to tell you like about our CEO and our co-founder. Our CEO is Twinkle Shah, who is actually having 14 years of experience in managing large-scale technology operations. See, she has worked in the corporate as well as she actually ran herself a company before this, which was Cairo Reef Analytics, and she was into BI and analytics. And she here in AssessHub, she is responsible for technology, product development, delivery, and support. So, while we are talking about her background, I would really like to connect the dots here because she is related to the background wherein science is involved, data is involved, or analytics is involved. She came across the problems which companies were facing. At the same time, when I talk about our co-founder, who is also our CRO, Chief Revenue Officer, who is Amit Desai, who's actually having 14 years of experience in enterprise sales in especially HR domain, and he has actually completed his higher studies in Australia and worked there for like fewer years, and then moved to India. And here he is actually responsible for business sales and actually helps in like growth of the company as a whole. And he has actually run a consultancy, consultancy, which is Synergy Solution. So here, while I was connecting the dots between why AssessHub actually came into this picture, why it actually exists, because when Amit, who was actually working with a lot of HRs, solving their problem, providing them the candidates. Earlier also I said that there are so many good candidates which are there in the market. There are so many roles which are there in the market, but for them to meet at the right point is a difficult thing. That is the thing he observed while he was working with so many HRs. They felt that this is the point where a person has to know about the candidate even before they want to check, how culturally fit the candidates are, how how will they actually behave, will they be able to perform or no. Just having the interview for half an hour will not actually equip me with the thing that how that candidate will actually perform in the organization, how he will behave in the organization. So assessment at that juncture in 2014 was the right time where the need was there. And because Twinkle was also from that data analytics platform, so that background, so she also used the same thing, the data piece, and he they tried to come in the market as the assessment expert. They did the entire research. The product was built, was actually gone into the market to the HRs, to the industry people to see if it's working or no. After this much of research and hard work, this Assess Hub came into place, and today I'm I feel so proud to tell you that we are serving 100 plus customers, wherein in each and every industry we are serving top 20 top 2 to 3 players at least. So here our key business heads are also there, wherein Mehul Oza, who is practice head and actually taking care of project deliveries. We do get a lot of like requirements which actually include a lot of coordination. He is taking care of that. Then it's me, Dimple, wherein I am heading the pre-sales, wherein digital is also digital marketing is also a part of my job responsibilities. When I joined this company, I was actually joined as a pre-sales executive who was the IC role, individual contributor, and then I'm really happy to share that today I'm heading the same team, and the horizon of the horizon has actually broadened, and I'm able to see the big picture. I'm happy to grow in this company, in this culture, in this, yes. Then we do have Dr. Kavita Shanmungam, who is head psychologist for our type of business, wherein we talk about assessment, we talk about tests, the psychometric test. We do have to have the head psychologist, and I'm happy to share that she is having 15 years of experience in assessment design. And Ashish Shah, he is actually heading SME business. Ashish, who is also there in the line, apart from he has worked in corporate in HR, as well as he has run his own consulting firm in HR, doing everything, and he knows the nitty gritties which are involved in HR, the problems, the pain points which HRs are facing each and every day. Then we do have our like another member in our core team, who is Moitri Sinha, who is the senior psychologist, who is also having 8 years of experience. So yeah, we as a core team, we are too happy to be part of Assess Hub. So we are a close knitted, very happy family. Ashish, over to you.
Yeah, just a minute. Let me just
Yeah.
first uh, show my face. Right. So this is what the Assess Hub team consists of. So these are the key team members, and then we have our own development team. We have our own delivery team, which is spread across India, UAE, this kind of thing, USA, this kind of country. Rajkot, we also have our development team. So this is what it is. Now I'll just ask you one question. What is the common between the West Side, Tata Chroma, then the Star Bazaar, Puma, Metro Shoes. Then we talk about, say, Tommy Hilfiger, Jack and Joe's, those kind of brand, lifestyle. What is common thing? The common thing is that every person you see who are attending you, as a first fashion consultant or a in-store sales people, every one of them, they have cleared our assessment, then only they have got the job. So this is what we are working with almost 100 plus companies, and any industry, we talk about any company, any industry, we talk about top 3 to top 5 clients, we are definitely working with them. So we are working with 6 banks, 9 insurance organizations, 30 plus retail companies, BSC, NSC. These are the semi government organizations. Motilal Oswal का बात करते हैं, 5 Paisa, Sun Pharma, so these are the companies, Reliance Digital, Reliance Retail. So these are the companies with whom we are working, and the best part over here is that the client retention ratio is almost 89%. That means that these are the companies you see on screen. They are working with us since last 5 years, 7 years, and it is one of the achievements as an organization for us, because largely what happens, that in our kind of business, the companies change the vendor, in 2 to 3 years of time, but we are able to maintain this retention, which is like on an average 6 years. Each and every companies work with us. Or to Dimple. Yeah. Now the thing is that assess up what are the achievements. As we said, that is this very unique business we got into, and it was very challenging for us when we started the business. And now assess up is a very big name in the market, and we are working with really some good guys, right from Fortune 50 company to startup organization. At the same time, assess up we won the NASCOM InnoTrek award in 2014. So every year NASCOM comes out with a contest, that कौन वो company है जिसने कुछ नया बनाया है, who want to make a dent in the universe. And then we won this award in 2014. We also featured, so there is also a community called a U Story, के जहाँ आप, the entrepreneurs, the startups, they talk about themselves, and then again this is by invitation they are able to get it. So we got featured in U Story in 2018. We also the Twinkle was, as you know, the our CEO and one of the co-founders. She also was invited as one of the speakers in NASCOM Innotech 2018 under the subject Silicon Valley Calling. And then like अभी हम recently हमने देखा Shark Tank जो आया है, तो उसके पहले we have been into so many such kind of interventions, such kind of a contest where there was one intervention led by or organized by Canadian government, that was that the top 10 startup for next big idea. So that was the contest name. And then there are around total 3,200 companies across India they participated in. एंड द इंटरवेंशन विद दैट, जो टॉप 10 कंपनियां जो रहेंगी ना, उनको कैनेडियन गवर्नमेंट जो है अपने यहाँ पे बुलाएगी और उनको ऑफिस सेटअप करने के लिए दे विल सजेस्ट, आई मीन दे विल गाइड देम टू सेट अप द ऑफिस, हाउ टू टेक थिंग्स ऑन टू द नेक्स्ट लेवल. सो दे हैड दिस एंटायर the mentorship program. So AssessHub, we are very proud to say, we were among those 10 companies identified, or by the Canadian government to set up office in Canada. Next is like in 2019 also we were ranked in top 100 as MSME companies list issued by government. We also recognized as best leader in psychometric assessment by Lifestyle Global Foundation in 2020. And then there is also like Shark Tank, ET now, that is Economic Times. Economic Times now they were having this program like Leaders of Tomorrow. So in this, we were in top three. We were among top three contestants amongst around 20, 30, I guess, if I remember correctly. So there are 30 companies who basically made it to the the jury, and then from that there was multiple elimination round, and then we were among top three. And after that, the pandemic started, and then this program, so is basically the hold. Otherwise, there were the next round which was there. Anyway, so this is our few of the achievements, and one of the major achievements is that what we have done recently is we have invented a WhatsApp based chatbot which evaluates or which interviews candidate on behalf of HR without any human intervention. What do you, Dimple?
Yes. So, yes, guys, I'm going to talk about culture. So, I'm very happy when I'm talking about the culture because, every day we are coming to office, we are talking among ourselves. So, we have actually, more like a family. We spend more time here. So, it is like that culture is such. Yeah. So, basically, Assess Hub, is having the employee centric, or I would say team. We don't actually call anyone employee here. We are a
Right.
team. So employee centric, I would not say employee centric. I will say team centric culture. And here, AssessHub has always fostered a strong culture that values openness, collaboration, ownership, or ambitiousness. So basically, we believe in direct ownership of ideas and responsibilities in an environment where you get to learn a wide array of skills. So today, if I am, working, supposing in a pre-sales, and if I have that thing that I want to learn what is happening in sales, I want to close the deals, or I want to go with my co-founder also on the meeting. So yes, here I have that kind of a culture or that kind of freedom or openness wherein I can go and do what I want. So it is not set. The things are not set. We are, open, everyone is open to experiments. Or like if today I am coming up with the idea, I don't think twice before I, approach my co-founder that this is what I think and I really want to do that. So he is the person wherein he said, please don't ask me, do what you want to do. The thing is, we are culturally aligned that this is the vision, this is our mission. So my mission in my, life is connected with Assess Hub's mission. So when I will grow, company will grow. Vis-a-vis, when company will grow, I will grow. So that's the culture we actually, we've built here.
Very rightly said, Dimple. So, guys, one of the thing which is very unique. So, I am a postgraduate in human resource from Nasimunji Institute of Management, commonly known as NMIMS. And then I worked with companies like ICICI Bank, India Infoline, the All Info Solutions. All the companies where I have worked, they were all public limited company, and I was at quite kind of position where I was heading the Western Zone HR. I was heading the learning and development, those kind of things. Then I started my own company, and then I joined AssessHub, which is again is a startup. So I have seen a lot of companies, a lot of cultures around. So one thing which I like here is that it is an openness, like that we are encouraged to make an experiment, and then whether it is we fail or whether we pass, but ultimately what we get is we learn new thing every day. So every day comes with a lot of challenge, every day comes with a lot of learning, every day lot of thing every day it comes with lot of new discovery of self. So this is what I would say, that I am enjoying being working here. Yeah, Dimple.
So why us? Why us? Because we are not following the robotic approach, but we are actually following the experimental approach. That newness, that freshness should always be there in the job. I should love my job. I should love to come to office, which is very important. That's the because when we are happy, then we'll be able to do something for the company. Company will go grow, and I will grow in turn. So that's the culture we follow. So there is no monotonous like thing which we feel while we are working here. So there is a continuous growth here. When like a person who was, I just want to give example here. A person who was into the delivery, who wanted to try her hands in actually tech. Like we do have like IT team with a tech team who are developing it, who are maintaining it. Then we have the content team with us, like the assessment or a test which we are talking about, they are configuring it. We do have the team of psychometricians, we do have sales team, we do have the pre-sales team. So there are like 5 6 teams in Assess Hub. While we are so eager to learn, we are so eager to grow every day that we even learn each other's things. Every day I want to learn that what new is coming. That's the agenda of a company, like with each and every new tech which is coming in the market. We Our agenda is we are helping the companies in selecting the right candidate. So that can be like if today this is the way, tomorrow it will not be the way. So every day we have to be updated, we have to grow, not only professionally but personally also. We are so we are so open here that we anytime we talk to our co-founders or CEO and tell that this is something I really want to do today. I was not doing digital at all, but yes, I like someday I felt that yes, I want to do digital marketing, and they gave me the edge and told me to learn digital marketing, and then I'm implementing everything here practically. So the new skill I learned, this is a growth for me. I'm happy with it. So that's the kind of continuous growth which is there in Assess Hub. Steep learning curve. There is a ongoing learning with each step, with each year on year, month on month. I'm learning everything, some or the other thing new. Everyone is learning some or the other thing new because the world is evolving. We don't know whatever is coming next. We didn't know that pandemic will hit it so hard. and we have to reskill ourselves. So we are designed that way that we have to, every time we have to reskill ourselves. So that we are doing here. Freedom of experiments, yes, I said that we are not following at all the robotic approach, but we are following the experimental approach. Like any individual should use his creativity into work. The objective is the end output, not the process. That's the thing. Then transparency, yes, there is a lot of transparency. Whatever is happening in the company, even the management level conversation are being shared with us. So we are working here as a family, not as the employee at all. Lot of fun and remarkable journeys. Yes, there are so many engagement activities in our company. You know, the team who enjoys together, be happy together, work together. Those are the teams who grows together. So we actually believe in that. That yes, we do have a lot of fun together. Yes, we do have things like Freaky Friday, like end of the month Friday, wherein we enjoy. We have, sometimes we move out, sometimes we celebrate it or enjoy it in office. So it's like this. So the entire journey of being in a setup is the remarkable journey.
So the co-founder of AssessHub have ensured that the team become happy every day, and the specifically there are certain breaks or lunchtime which each and every. Let me tell you one thing in very simple thing, that there is hardly any that one has not laughed out loud every day. So this is that enjoyment is every day. It is way of our the way we function. So this is what it is. So even though there is that work hard, party hard, so this is what the culture we follow, and we laugh hard as well. So this is what it is.
Yes. Yes. Now, I would really want to talk about the role which we are having right now as inside sales specialist. So, I would say if you want to, be happy, enjoy, work hard, party hard, as Ashish said, then this is the place. If you want to experiment something, then this is the place. So,
Dimple, excuse me, I would like to interrupt you.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
So there is very famous line by Steve Jobs. That when he asked, the sales head of Pepsi to join his company, which is Apple, and then he made a very remarkable statement that if you want to make a dent in the universe, then you come to me, and this is what we believe in it. So we are together as a team. We are here to make
Yes.
a dent in the universe with the kind of innovative and technologies which we have, which helps our clients to improve the talent quality. Yeah, sorry. Please go
Yes.
ahead, Deepak.
So this making a dent is for everyone in the company. So everyone in the company is as important as our co-founder, as our CEO, or as a sales head. So that's the kind of importance everyone is getting here. So when I talk about inside sales specialist, this I would say the most important role in the organization, wherein yes, they are responsible for maximizing the business generation using either the online or the offline techniques. But I would say the person who initiates, the person who actually communicate with the prospect first, a person who is actually representing a setup first, uh, is the person who is inside sales specialist. So so here, when we talk about, when we actually had a talk about the product, which is assessment, which we actually sell it to the other companies. This person would be responsible, the inside sales specialist would be responsible to have a conversation with different corporates, like we generally talk to only CXO level of people, wherein we actually don't believe in selling or hard selling our product. We actually believe in having the proper conversation with the other person, understand their problem, and give proper solutioning. So that's the role of the inside sales specialist, who will actually generate leads by prospecting new clients. So
So
work.
CXO means that the people who are the head of the organizations into various departments. Like that. So we speak with only the people who are the head of HR, head of training, those kind of people, or the people, or the professionals who are next to the director level. So these are the director of human resource, chief human resource of people, president human resource, executive director human resource. These are the designations, these are the strata of people to whom we connect with. And then, as Dimple rightly said, so it is more of solutioning, it is not a selling, because here we are into a very widely used term is a B2B, which is a business to business kind of a profile, and it is directly impacting the team of our clients or customers. So hence we are more into a solution based or a specialized sales rather than the hardcore sales. Yeah, sorry Dimple, please.
Yeah. So when we talk about CXO level, Ashish also explained. So imagine you are having conversation with CHRO of Reliance Retail. Or imagine you are talking the head HR of Kotak Life Insurance or HDFC Bank. So these are the kind of people we actually communicate, and we build relations with them. Instead of just selling it, we don't believe in transactional selling. So, yes, the person who would join in as inside sales specialist will work closely with the senior sales colleagues to drive closure. So, it's not like you just have to generate leads and then pass it on. So, it is basically a whole in whole role wherein you will be involved in the closure, before closure, demonstrating the platform as well. So once we generate the interest, we have to demonstrate the entire platform to the prospect. And now, at the time of closure also, while if salesperson is doing, or you are doing as inside sales specialist, you will be part of the journey from first step to last step. So if you will be a winner, you will be the whole winner. Yes. And we don't call it a loser if you're a loser, no. So it is like learner. If when you will lose the deal, you will be a learner, you will do in a better way next time. So yes, you will be using various channels wherein yes, cold calling is there. Then now, because everything has evolved so much, so we are tend to call more on warm contacts also, because automation tools are there that we can automate through LinkedIn, we can automate through mailers and all. So yes, we call the warm contacts also digital marketing. So yes, you should have some knowledge, or even if you don't have knowledge, you should be eager to learn, like uh, how technologically it's possible to get good leads. So it's like this. This is part of experimentation. Automation tools, email marketing campaigns, wherein like you run the campaigns or you send the mailers to the organization or the concerned people. So we just don't run the mailers like that. We do have identified companies, identified people, and then we reach out to them. Then the person has to qualify and develop sales lead. So it's not like while we are generating the lead, we have to see that how qualified is the lead, like when the person will buy or what kind of need that person is having. So that, basically the need identification should be there before the lead is generated, and then conducting the product demonstration, which I was talking about. Then build a strong pipeline consistently to ensure sales closure. So it's like we have to increase the top of the funnel in the organization. So that's the thing. We have to sorry, the more leads will be generated, the pipeline will be Ashish, can you please take
Yeah,
it?
sure. What happens is like here when we talk about the sales, it is basically a science and it is purely a what we say is a process driven activity. And here what we do, we have identified the processes, we have identified the milestones, we have identified the target market, whom to speak to, what to speak to, target audiences, everything in detail, so that when we are reaching out to the respective people, so what happens, it becomes a very smooth interaction, and then the process also becomes very smoother. So what happens is that when we are designing this entire process, we also are considering that who are my team members who will be part of that. And it is also important for us to ensure that my team members feel very they feel very comfortable in walking this particular path. So what happens is that we are using multiple tools and multiple methodologies basically to to generate any particular lead. Next is the qualify and develop the sales list by conducting product demonstration at CXO level. So here what happens is that as we are into very specialized and very unique product is and it is an IT based or an online product. So demo is one of the important aspect of our entire sales cycle, or through business development cycle. So here what happens is that now the beautiful part over here is that while we are demonstrating the product, it is also important that these are the people who are at the who's of who's within the organization, sitting at the top layer. They ask a lot of questions about human psychology. They ask a lot of questions about different kind of theories. So the person who's running this particular, who's part of this inside sales specialist role, he not only learns about the product but also kind of a subject, and which is very very important aspect of human resource subject, which is a human psychology. So this also becomes a part, and then you will enjoy when you are getting into a conversation with such kind of senior people, and then they appreciate your knowledge, and then they say, okay, let's go ahead, and then they would like to go with you. I mean, go with the AssessHub as a product. So this is one of those sparkling moments which happens and this is every day in life for you. So product is very vast, very detailed, and that it solves each and every issues which an organization could have with their team members. Building strong pipeline consistently and ensure that sales closure is like say for example, um, sales is like riding a bicycle. We have to pedal it continuously, so then we have to in touch with a lot of people continuously, so that we get a lot of leads, and which gets converted into the deals, and this is how the closure happens. And then the company grows in terms of the revenues, and then there is also kind of the incentives, as well as the increments, those kind of other perks which are part of which we earn. So this is what it is. It is a continuously and consistent process. So building a strong pipeline is very important. And entire sales, the way I have understood, it is purely mathematical. So we have the number of people I speak to, which will get converted into number of meetings, which will get converted into number of closures. So this is what it is. And one of the important aspect, that you also would have experienced in last 2 years, the way we live has got transformed. We've studied online. Um, so what has happened is that it is very important for us, what is very much visible and what is very much working within the world. Commonly we call is the best practices, which is helping team as well as organizations to cross the bridge very faster and in a better manner. So we also keep ourselves learning, and then we also keep ourselves educating and understanding what is the best thing which we can do for my organization, for myself, so that collectively we achieve our the larger goal. So this is what the part of our culture, and this is what the part of the role as well, that that the automation part or the technological innovation part, which is which is the way of life currently. So we continuously learn that and ensure that we whatever we learn it, then we practice it within the organization, and then we practice this while we are communicating with the people to whom we would be we want to sell our product. So this is what the role is about inside sales specialist. Dimple, Dimple, are you there?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. If I talk about location, we are located in Mumbai in Andheri Western Express Highway, where the metro connectivity is there. And then when I talk about salary, it is up to 4 lakh per annum, plus incentives. So it is upon you, you can earn incentives more than your salary as well. So it's like this. Yes. So
Yeah.
if you are excited to be part of the fast pace, the aggressive, ambitious, or friendly, family oriented, or exciting organization. So yes, this is here. So we generally believe in the goal of the candidate must be aligned with the goal of the organization. So, anytime your boss would ask you, what is your goal in life? Okay, you want to set it up this, or in 5 years you want to reach here. Okay, let's do something and catch up. Like once you succeed in your goal, we as an organization will also succeed in the goal. So, yes, if you want to be part of this organization, yes. This is the role. This is about the company Assess Hub.
Yeah.
And thank you so much.
So let me end this by by repeating the sentence which the great Steve Jobs has said. If you want to make a dent in the universe, this is a company for you. Right. So thank you so much for your time and all your listening to us. And yeah, we are open to all the questions. Please go ahead in case you have any questions.
Yes.
All right. Thank you so much, Ashish and Dimple, for sharing about very well about the company's functioning, as well as sharing your valuable knowledge to job seekers as well as us. I think every job seeker has understood about the company's profile, even the terms and the terminologies they might face in the future also. And I think your domain is one of its own kind. It's very unique as well as very exciting and promising to all the job seekers and all the people who want to be part of this organization. So thank you for sharing from your knowledge to us also. All right, so I will request all the job seekers if they want to ask any questions, any queries. I think they have very well told us about every query. But if you still having any query, you can proceed and comment down. Okay, so just I think we can wait for a minute. If they will be
Sure.
having any issues, they can comment down and we will entertain them.
Sure.
Sure, Sonali.
All right. All right. The few questions which my people are asking are
Mhm.
that or this job opening is open for only the experienced people or for the freshers also they can apply. And if yeah, firstly we can continue with this question. That
Yes.
what are the agenda that the freshers or only the experienced people can participate in this opening?
So freshers can also apply. So it is like from freshers to to the people who are having 2 years of experience can apply for this position.
All right. So, is there any domain in which they have to be experienced, or we are open for like sales, marketing, HR? Every person can apply for this position.
So it is, good to have a person from a sales background, but Ashish was also telling us that he is from HR like domain, and now he is into sales. So that is also fine with us. If the person is a good learner, if the person is ambitious enough to change the domain entirely, so we would love to welcome them.
Yeah, so there's no, basically requirement that person should be from particular background. Here, what happens is, Sonali, and the team who are listening to us as well. Okay, whenever any person joins an organization, that person brings three things to it, to an organization. Number one, the knowledge. Number two, the attitude. Okay, and number three is the experience. Now, if we talk about any company which hires the freshers, say for example, so what they look for, the attitude and whatever the knowledge they have. Experience in that case becomes very secondary part. So what we are looking at, the people again, that who would like to, who's excited to, work with our the new age technology, any new of kind of a product which we are into, and then who think that they have that the fire, to achieve. So this is what we are looking at. So even though fresher, but then we are looking at somebody that, again, I'm going to repeat the same thing. You want to make the dent in the universe. So that is what it is.
Okay, okay, great. All right. Secondly, okay, so what is the criteria of how you will be handling the interviews for the job seekers? What will be the criteria?
So first, we will have a conversation with that person. That can be a physical one, or we can do it on a web call. Then, like once that is done, then we will go with the test or the assessment, which we are saying that we are helping other companies in finding the right talent. So we do use the assessment. Then. They will be around wherein the person will have the conversation or will have the interview with our co-founder as a process.
Okay, okay,
Yeah.
great, great. Okay, another one which is coming up is that if a fresher is interested, then any post graduation is required, or with the graduation, person can also apply for this position. If he's
Graduate can also apply for the positions.
all right. So there's no require for the post graduation. So I
Yes.
think this is clarified. Okay. Okay, is there any notice period if a person is entered is having some notice period going on? So you can wait for a while, or is it a immediate joining?
We are okay to wait for like 15 to 30 days. Generally, the notice period is at this level is like this. So yes, we are fine with it.
Okay, okay, okay. All right. Okay, so I was just waiting for some other questions if
Sure.
people might be asking. So you are working you are working from office only, no? There is no remote
Yes.
option
Yes,
right now.
we are
All
working
right.
from office. Yes.
Yeah, this is the question which people are normally asking nowadays.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yes.
Correct, correct, correct.
Right, right, right. All right. I think we have entertained all the questions as of now, which I have got right now. So
Okay.
what we are doing, we will be circulating this link because some people might be not able to join this. Okay, so we will be circulating this. After that, if someone is having any questions which I am not aware of, we can reconnect with them, and we will be giving them a 2 days time to apply for the job.
Sure.
All right.
Okay.
So I will request all the job seekers to be part of this happy family as soon as possible and try to apply to openings and be a part of a wonderful company out there. So I would like to wish luck to all of you for the SS Hub and the job seekers as well. And if you want to connect with us, the job seekers, we can come to a watch me team. And if you want to connect with the Ashish, Dimple, or any people of the company, you can also connect with them if you are having any queries. Okay. So for now, I think I'm okay to close this session. If you want to add up Dimple Ashish, you can continue, and we are good to go.
Yeah, I think we are also fine with it. We have actually spoken a lot about it, Sesam.
Even I was very happy to be part of this session. Okay, even I got to know a few things which I was not even aware of. So it was a great opportunity to be part of this session.
That's
Right.
great to know. Thank you so much,
Thank
Sonali.
you so much, Sonali and Prashant, and thank you so much all out there, who have shown interest in our organization and in choosing us to be part of, considering as as your employer. So we would be happy to connect with you. So please reach out to us, and have a wonderful day ahead. Have a fantastic time ahead. God bless you. Bye bye.
But I just want to add one thing for job seekers that if you are interested to be part of this team, just after logging through your credentials to Voshly, you just have to go to the jobs tab, which will come on the left hand side of the portal. So I think Dimple has already posted the job there. You
Yes.
just have to click and apply. So that notification will be sent to us as well as the company. Okay, so this is the part which you will be doing. Okay, meanwhile, we will be circulating this pre-talk session to. Oh, oh, sorry, I think I was on mute.
Yeah.
Sorry, sorry. Okay, I was saying just I want to ask the students just to apply to logging to the credentials of the Voshly. Dimple has already posted job of the inside field, the requirement. You just have to apply there, and the application notification will be sent to us as well as the recruitment party also. So I hope everyone will get how to continue with the proceedings. Still, anyone will be having doubt, you just connect with us with the Ghostly team. So your queries will be entertained after later also. Okay. So I think I'm good to go. I'm good to close this session. So thank you so much, Dimple, Ashish, and all the job seekers
Pleasure.
for taking
Our
part in
pleasure.
Pleasure.
this.
Thank you so much, Sonali and
Thank you,
Prashant.
Sonali.
Thank you so much. Have a great day.
Same to you. Bye
Thanks.
bye. Take care.
Bye. Take
Bye.
care.